Boys, it's finally here. We have Erin Blanchfield versus Macy Barber. What a masterpiece of a card. Okay, why are we in the Apex? No, I'm kidding. This card needs to be in the Apex. There's a few good fights on here. Okay, we have Billy Ray Goff. Okay, we have Billy Ray Goff. Marticios Gamrot's on here. All right, my boy, the Welch gangster, Oban Elliott's on here. That's my main. That could have been the main event for me, but this card's alright. I'd give it like a 6.5. I've seen way worse. Now, this main event, though, is just like, watch this be a war. Watch that main event be a 5-round battle. We're going to be breaking down the full card, giving our prediction and everything else for all the squabbles, okay? First squabble of the night is Rayando Santos versus Alice Alderline. Alice Alderline is plus 225, and you know my stance on women's MMA. The line makers don't know what they're doing because the women don't know what they're doing down there, okay? So your best odds are smacking the underdog. Hit the underdog, okay? I've seen plus 900s win all the time in women's MMA. I have, okay? Women don't know what they're doing down there. No disrespect to Zhang Weili. Zhang Weili knows what she's doing down there, but that's about it, okay? Moving on, boys. Marquel Mirandos versus Boji Aki, okay? Marquel is 10-1. He's a striker. My boy, 6 of his 10 wins are coming from knockout. He has no finishes in the UFC because he's only had 2 fights, but his 2 fights in the UFC are a little wacky, okay? He has a split decision win over Austin Hubert, which was a robbery. Straight up robbery, like up and down, clear as day. And his first win in the UFC was over a dude named Knoetz, which was sort of kind of robbery, not as clear as the Austin Hubert one. The Austin Hubert one is super clear. And honestly, no one has tested my boy's ground game, but I don't think that's what's going to happen over here with Bolaji. Okay, Bolaji, okay, is 9-2. He's very well rounded. But he got submitted in his last fight by Chris Duncan, and he has a crazy reach advantage. Okay, I'm gonna go with Aki just off the fact that Marquel's last 2 fights are losses. Okay, they say wins, but they're losses. They're literally losses. He's a thief. He's a thief. He's stealing dreams from Austin Hubert. Okay, you steal dreams from Austin Hubert, we're sending okay after you. Okay, but Balaji okay is gonna whoop that ass. I'm gonna go Balaji okay KO TKO probably second round. Okay, I'm gonna hope so. Moving on, boys, to an old head battle. Kurt Hollowblow versus Jordan Leviat. Both of these dudes are coming off of losses. Kurt's been around forever. He has a 71% finish rate, 8 KOs and 7 subs, but it's going down the drain for Kurt. Okay, you see the gray little patch in his hair. He's in his last 8, he's 2-6. In his last 8, he's 2-6. He's 2-6. Funny enough, though, this dude submitted Austin Hubert, the guy that lost to a robbery by Marquel Mirandos. Okay, Jordan, though, my boy Jordan Leviat is a grappler. 55% finish rate, 1 KO and 5 submissions. UFC record is 4-3. He did just lose to Chase Hooper via submission. Jordan's stand-up is kind of buns, and he's 2-2 in his last 4. All right? Kurt's old. He's old. He's been in the UFC a long time. So, obviously, you know, these guys have to go sometime. But Jordan Levitt's stand-up is buns. It's buns. And Kurt's been in the UFC for a long time, so my boy should know how to stuff a takedown. And that's obviously what Jordan's going to be doing here. He's going to be shooting a takedown. Kurt's cardio should be straight. He's been in the UFC forever. He knows what he's doing. But if Jordan can get my boy to the ground, game over. If he can't, and Kurt decides to stuff some takedowns, and Jordan doesn't know what to do after that, then Kurt got it on the feet. But I'm going to go with Jordan. This is not an old man sport. 2025 has been the old man's year, though. Volk took it back for all the OGs. All the old heads. Volk ran it up. But we're going to go with Jordan Leviat, okay? Kurt, I'm sorry to say this, but your time has to come, soon, okay? Your time has to come soon. Moving on, boys, okay? Trevin Giles versus Andreas Gustafsson, okay? Trevin Giles has been around for a minute. He moved up to welterweight in 2022 and is 2-4 in that division. He has not won a fight since 2023. But they've given him straight savages, okay? His last few opponents are Michael Morales, Carlos Prates, and Mike Mallet. Give my boy Trevin Giles a break. Please, can we give my boy a break? He has 5 KO TKOs and 5 submissions for a finish rate of 63%. So he's pretty up there. I do wish that he moved down. This is a catchweight bout, though. I did not peep that this is a catchweight bout. I had no idea. I got to look up why. I should have did a little bit more research on that. I did not peep that. I swear that was not like that when I was doing my research. Things change so quickly in the sport. All right. Now, Andreas Gustafsson earned his UFC contract 2024 with a ground and pound win. Dude just kind of rushes people, and he's like extremely aggressive, and he level changes a little bit, but he lacks experience. He lacks experience. Now, Trevin Giles is coming off of hail losses to Carlos Prates, but he ran it back with Mike Malott and took him 15 minutes. But Andreas Gustafsson is a pressure fighter. He's a pressure fighter, and I think once he starts putting that pressure on Trevin Giles, I think Trevin's going to fold. He's folded in the past against Carlos Prates, this guy, Bofinum, Gabriel Bofinum. Hey, I can make a D's joke with that, you know what I'm saying? If you're 12 years old, you understand what I'm saying. D's nuts, hey. That felt so cringe to just even say on the internet. I was like a little, don't clip that. I'm not re-recording this. Don't clip that, please. Thank you guys. Hey, come on, bro. Y'all fuck with me, right? Right? We're going with Andreas Gustafsson, okay? We're going to leave it at that. Andreas Gustafsson's going to rush my boy Trevin Giles. Push him down. He's a pressure fighter. He's going to take him out. Andreas Gustafsson, KO, TKO. I want to say round 1. I want to go with round 1. My boy's from Sweden, looking a little sus, okay? Moving on. Ketlin Vieira versus Macy Chisnian. This is an even money fight. We're skipping it. Moving on, boys. Rafael Fililio versus Alan Namasito. Right? You know what I'm saying? Did I miss a fight? Zachary Reese. Ramirez. Dang. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Rafael Filillo is coming off of getting submitted by Odi Osborne, right? Which is like a little insane. Oh, no, he's coming. Can you guys please excuse me for a moment? Rafael Filillo submitted Odi Osborne. That was his last fight. He submitted Odi Osborne. Okay. We picked Odi Osborne to win that fight. A little embarrassing. So we're not picking against him. Okay. He proved us wrong once. And we learned our lesson. Okay. His only loss in the UFC is against Makayev. He got subbed by Makayev. My boy's on a 2-fight winning streak. He won both those fights by submission in the first round. He has a 69% finish rate. 5 knockouts and 6 submissions. His grappling and submission game is a little ridiculous. Obviously, I don't think his stand-up's super polished. I don't. But let's move on to my boy Alan Namasito, okay? Alan has 3 fights in the UFC and he's 2-1. He's on a 2-fight win streak. But if you compare the dudes that Alan fought to the savages that Rafael fought, it's literally not the same. The 3 people that this dude has fought in the UFC, literally Muhammad Makayev, animal. No idea who this is. Daniel. Oh, no, I do know who Daniel Barnes is. I've seen this dude before. And Odi Osborne, bro. I love Odi Osborne. I can't believe you crushed my boy's dreams like that. Shout out to Odi Osborne. We're picking the dude who just smoked you to go after Allen. Listen, Allen, you're lacking UFC experience. So we're going to go with my boy Rafael. Rafael got this in the bag. We're finally on the main card, boys. What an event. Right? What an Apex event. This is definitely an Apex event for sure. All right, boys. Zachary Reese versus Dustuo Tordovic. Hey, I think I pronounced that last name pretty correctly if we're being for real. All right. Zachary Reese is a loser. Bro got slept by Cody Brundage in his first ever UFC fight. He's 2-2 in the UFC. His chin is shaky. He got slapped by Cody Brundage. Do I have to tell you that? Now, Tordo is from Serbia. Okay, he's from Serbia. He went to decision with RoboCop. You guys know how I feel about RoboCop. RoboCop, in my opinion, is the Goblin. Okay, he's the Goblin. He's the guy you don't want to see, like, not even close. But the issue I'm having is Tordo's coming off of 2 back-to-back knockout losses in the first round. Okay, so this is basically just a loser versus loser. Who's the biggest loser? We're about to find out type shit. We're going to go with America. Okay, we're going to go with America. We're going to pick America. Shout out to America. We're going to go with Zachary Reese. Even though you got slept by Cody Brundage, we're going to call it a lucky. You're coming off of a knockout loss too. I didn't even peep that. I thought your only knockout loss was against Cody Brundage. And you got knocked out. You get knocked out every fucking loss, don't you? Oh, no, you lost to... No, every fucking loss you get knocked out. It's either you win or you get knocked out. I can like an attitude like that. I can like an attitude. I kind of have that. Hey, either I'm winning or I'm not. I'm dying on my sword. I can totally get that. I get that. You know what, Zachary Reese, you get my vote. I'm so sorry I called you a wimp or a pussy or whatever. I decided to just call you right there. Zachary Reese, you get my vote 1,000%. We're betting the house on Zachary Reese, boys. Moving on. Ramaz versus Oban Elliott, the Welsh gangster. Oban Elliott, the Welsh gangster. Oban Elliott is a savage. All right, let's start with Ramir. Okay, listen. Ramiz just got knocked out in the first round of his last fight. That's kind of all we need to hear, right? It says he's coming off of a win, though. It says he's coming off of a win, but my boy's last fight got knocked out. See, they're trying to throw me off of my game here. They're trying to. Oh no, he won by knockout, dude. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, I gotta stop smoking the devil's lettuce type. Okay, I gotta stop smoking the devil's lettuce before I make these videos, okay? Or at least before I write the script. When I write the script, no devil's lettuce. Maybe before I record some devil's lettuce, okay? Because this is like 3 mess ups in a row. We're too deep. Okay, so Ramaj won his last fight by knockout. That's all I wrote for him because I thought, okay, he's fighting Oban Elliott, the Welsh gangster. This dude's coming off of a knockout loss. They're setting Oban Elliott up for victory. Shout out to Oban Elliott. This is easy peasy, but I don't think it even matters that my boy is coming off of a knockout win. Oban Elliott's a savage. Only 3 fights in the UFC. 3 wins. 2 unanimous decisions. And he's coming off of sparking this dude in the 3rd round. Okay? Oban Elliott has my vote wherever he goes. See, my boy's minus 625. You see that for a reason. House on Oban Elliott. Don't even try to bet the underdog here. It's not even worth it. It's really not. Moving on, boys. Dustin Jacoby versus Bruno Lopez. Dustin's been in the UFC forever. He's literally fought a who's who in the UFC. Literally. Let's check my boy's resume. Let me click on bro. Dustin Jacoby. Okay. First of all, knocked out by Dominic Reyes. Okay. Split decision with Khalil Roundtree. Decision unanimous with Michael Olazuchuk. Okay. I thought that was fucking you guys know who I thought that was. Forgot bro's name. Blake Griffin. Not Blake Griffin. But he's fought a who's who. Okay, He's in there. He has a chin. Now, Bruno Lopez, right? Bruno Lopez only has 1 fight in the UFC. Only 1. Okay? And it's a decision, right? Yeah, decision unanimous. I think they're trying to set Bruno up for success, but I think they're setting Bruno up for failure in reality. Dustin Jacoby is not a dude to play with. I get he's old. I guess I understand he's getting up there in age, right? But this is nothing to play with. My boy's coming off of knockout wins. He's literally fought a who's who in the UFC. I don't see him slowing down anytime soon. We're going to go with Dustin Jacoby. Like Bruno Lopez, you have fought literally nobody. I don't understand why you're on the main card. I mean, I know why you're on the main card of this card, but why are you on a main card, period? Send bro back to the prelims, right? Moving on. Billy Ray Goff versus KO, okay? You know, we're going to call him KO. Billy Ray Goff, right, looks like a Billy. If you look at bro and he came up to you and say, yo, what's my name? What do you think my name is? I would say Billy. Your name's Billy. Or Dan. You know, like Billy or Dan. But dude only has 2 fights in the UFC, and my boy's 1-1. He sparked some dude named Kinishinoa unconscious and then lost a unique decision to some dude named Trey Waters. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Sokyu-John KO. My boy's nickname is the Korean Tyson. I saw that and I stopped my research on bro. I did. Okay. I think that's all I need to hear about bro. He's the Korean Tyson. I think he's going to get it done. I think he's going to smoke Billy Ray Goff. Okay. I fuck with Billy Ray Goff. But once I hear there's a dude named the Korean Tyson and his last name is KO, I'm running with it. I'm hopping on the bandwagon. No problem. I'm with you. 1,000%. Let's run it. We're going with KO, the Korean Tyson, okay? By knockout, obviously, by the way. moving on to the main event, which is the co-main event, but it's our main event, boys. Martisios Gamrot versus Ludwig Klein. Now, Gamrot's obviously coming off of a split decision loss to Dan Hooker. He's fought a who's who in the UFC. Notably, he got knocked out by Rafael Fiziev. Okay, split decision with Jalen Turner. Regular decision with Beneil Dariush. Sarukian took him to a 25-round-minute decision, which honestly, he won. This was not a robbery. Gamrot sprawled and just like grappled like a Dagestani, like a literal Dagestani. His grappling exchanges in this fight, in the Arman Sarukian Gamrot fight, were ridiculous. Were literally ridiculous. Okay, so going with that, I did not know who this guy was. Okay, I find myself as a avid UFC fan. Okay, now since I have this UFC channel, I'm kind of forced to do a little bit more research into things that I don't know about. And I had no idea who bro was, but obviously I did. This dude has fought a fucking I always say this guy's fought a who's who in the UFC. This dude has fought a who's who in the UFC and beat them all. Beat AJ Cunningham. Beat Bahamondes. Beat, who else did he beat? And I was like, damn, my boy's on a tear. Who else? Zeno. Austin Hubert. Oh, Jai Herbert. Jai Herbert, draw, decision, draw. Jai Herbert. Bahamondes. The Bahamondes one is insane. I had no idea he beat Bahamondes. I thought Bahamondes was undefeated. Like what? Like what? Beat AJ Cunningham. Shout out to AJ Cunningham. This is going to be a banger. I wish this was 5 rounds. I wish this was 5 rounds. For sure. I really do. It's going to be hard for me to pick against Martisios Gamrot. He's been in the division forever. He's great. He's a great fighter. Great scrambler. Great wrestler. Just an all-around savage. But this dude has only lost once in the UFC. This Ludwig dude has only lost once in the UFC. He's on a 4-fight winning streak. If you don't count the draw, he's on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fight winning streak. Okay? Most of them are decisions, though, if we're being for real. He only knocked out AJ Cunningham, which is a little surprising. But Martisios Gamrot has finished a lot of people. But in reality, he has also been finished. I just told you he got knocked out by Rafael Fiziev. His last fight being in August of 2024. A little worried about the ring rust. Definitely a little worried about the ring rust. This dude, Ludwig, fought in September, so they're literally like a month apart in ring rust-ish, if you look at it like that. I think I'm going to have to ride with Martisios Gamrot, but like I'm not going to hate you if you pick Ludwig. This is going to be a great fight. This is going to be a great fight. Ludwig has the reach advantage, but Gamrot's taller. He has the... Damn, my boy has the reach advantage in the leg and the arms. You know, they should really have the age up here. They really should. I shouldn't have to click on everybody to figure out their age. This dude's 30. Martisios Gamrot's like 36, right? 34. Okay. This is going to be a good squabble, man. You could literally just flip a coin and pick whoever you want. I think I'm going to ride with Martisios Gamrot. I wanted to pick Ludwig, right? But I can't pick against Martisios Gamrot. Go rewatch that Arman Sarukian fight, bro. Actually insane. Actually insane. What is this main event? Dana, what is this main event? We will be betting on Maycee Barber. I have a neighbor who looks like this. My neighbor literally might be Maycee Barber. Might be. We're tapping in with you, Maycee Barber. We're slapping some bread on you, girl. Hey. Took me a little bit to get to get my preparations done for this video, but hey, the end of Saturday, as soon as Sunday morning hits, boom, fight predictions out for UFC 317. Right, 317. We're on 317. We have an MMA channel. We don't know what event we're on. 316. I'm looking forward to 317. You can't blame me. You can't blame me. But as soon as Sunday hits, boys, we're going to be dropping our picks and predictions for UFC 316. You best believe it. Anyways, boys, I'm out of here. Thanks for sticking around. Peace.